Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Well, I got another mail slip. So yes, this is the 4955 parts, so we better go pick those up because I've been pasting all week long. I was really hoping to have them on Wednesday so I could do one big mail day video for you guys, but you know, the post office didn't agree to that idea apparently. So anyway, we gotta go get some gas first here because we're right on empty, and we'll go get those parts. Well, now that I got frigged over by Kathleen Wynn, or cocksucker, I mean carbon tax, frig's sakes, carbon tax. Now we'll go get our parts, so hopefully everything showed up. Well, for frig's sakes, boys, we're dinked. When did I go get my package in? I beat my package to the shoppers, which is like when you're not home and they deliver you a package and then they leave you that slip. And then you come pick it up from the Shoppers Drug Mart. Well, I'm an hour earlier than I usually am, so I mean, I guess it's not his fault this time. But, you know, regardless, there's a real nice lady that worked in behind the post office counter there, boys. So, I proceeded to tell her that I'm expecting a big order of tractor parts. She looked at me like I was kind of crazy or something, but, you know, hey, maybe she's not a farm girl or something, who knows, but, oh well. I was about to tell her that it was her fault that she frigged over a tractor project, but, you know, it is what it is, boys. So I better mention again that tomorrow, April 29th, 2017, is the open house at Jolly's Farm Toys in Arthur, Ontario. I'm going to go down after lunch tomorrow, so I'm off work at noon. Probably grab a bite to eat on the way down, and then hope it should be about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So, yeah, that should be alright, and I'm going to try to get a little movie with Nick and whatnot, maybe give you a tour of his shop and whatnot, and we'll see what we can come up with. Alright, we got her this time, boys, so if you're still with us there, I guess we'll open her up. We'll get the case trapper knife here, and we'll cut open our package. This, of course, comes from Dakota Toys. It's quite a heavy package, but then again, I ordered a lot of parts to put in this tractor, so... Anyway, I better get this sheet of paper out of here. Alright. The goodie box. That's the receipt, of course. We'll get into that later, but anyway. Oh, I got big time bubble wrap. Alright. Well, I guess the first thing are these big strap-on duals we've got here. Or clamp-on. You can see these are the clamps here. So those will go on the rear, of course. I did not order an axle with my order because I'm not sure what I need. Oh jeez. Getting a phone call, boys. Okay, so back to our unboxing our parts here. These are the front wheels. These are, of course, takeoffs. These are off Erdl 4960 Precision. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get these mounted up to the 4955 spindles because I think it's a bigger spindle, but that's going to be easy because if your spindle's too big, you can very easily grind it down, or vice versa. You can grind that stub down rather, or you can drill this hole a little bit bigger. So a little bit of modification. A bit of modification. So I haven't still got the spindle inside of it. Oh, it's got a screw. Well, that's easy enough to fix. So we got hubs and all kinds of stuff. So these are going to look awesome on the front of that tractor, I think. I should have got a set of fenders to go with it. Maybe it's dusty. This here, of course, is the top of the cab. So I might take this off and I'll paint this to match. Unless it matches up pretty good, I don't have to look. But I was afraid of this being one piece. I was hoping this cab top would come off so it's easy to get the pieces in there. But this might just fit right in there with this little tab there. But I'll show you guys how it all goes together. So I won't leave you in the dark. So of course you got a cab interior kit, which of course goes inside of that. So, oh, we're revealing too much already, boys. We're revealing too much already. Of course, in the envelope here has decals. I can't wait to put the decals on. John Deere decals. Now we got another big bag of goodies here. This is a Turbo 2 style intake. And here we've got those front spindles and the seat. So besides a couple of little rivets and some screws, I've pretty much got everything put together. But I might just test fit it tonight a little bit, and then we'll see what's going on. And if I need to make a parts list, then I'll go and when I go to Jolly's tomorrow, I'll get some parts too. So he's got a whole bunch of rivets and that kind of stuff there, so maybe he'd know. But anyway, yeah, that's the unboxing of the parts. I brought the 4955 out. You guys haven't seen this yet. This is the fuel and coolant caps for the radiator. Well, radiator, fuel tank, of course. I made these caps. They were 3-inch framing nails. I just cut them down and I ground them with my Dremel tool, and they turned out pretty sweet. But anyway, I just wanted to test fit this Turbo 2 intake. As you can see, maybe I'll zoom you in. We got a little bit of a gap here. Remember when I had, a couple videos back, I said I might need to come in here and make a gasket or something? I'm going to add the detail of the rubber gasket, but at the same time, I want to cover up that little bit that's in the hood there, so I don't know. I may put some more JB Weld in there and grind it out afterwards, but we'll see what happens. See how the little gasket trick works first. Because obviously, you don't want to put all this work into something and then leave something ugly like that, so. I don't know, I thought I'd play around, maybe stick the cab interior in it, and see if I can remember how this goes in. I'm gonna pop this out before I lose it. That little slot there goes over the steering wheel. Like so. And then this guy comes up like this. Like that. Like so. Ouch. Like that. See if we can get that in there, because that little tab helps hold the cab in there, so I can press the seat in. Just like that. And then for the real sneak preview, I guess we'll stick the cab on top just for, I guess, a teaser. So I'm going to have to do some modification with these spindles here. I'm either A, going to have to grind them down. I'm going to have to grind this little nub off here from when they cast them. Of course, this one's a little bit smaller, so I may just take and sand this a little bit, but at the same time, I've got a little bit of room to play with on these wheels, so I may just, in fact, drill this out a little bit, but maybe we'll do a combination, so you don't want to take too much or too little, because if you take too little, it won't fit, but take too much, it'll be slop, so we'll make it work. But anyway, enough babbling, Curtis. Maybe we'll put this cab on, like you said. There, that goes in there just like so. And like I said, I'm gonna have to go in there and get a couple or get a set of machine screws with little nuts on them, and maybe I'll be able to sneak one in here. And maybe I'll grind the heads flush, and then that way you don't even know they're in there. But I think I might want to detail this cab interior up a little bit better. I'll put the gear shift levers and all that kind of jazz in it too. So yeah, I might be able to show you guys some cool stuff still. Hey boys, I'm gonna go play around in the shop a little bit. I think I might just modify those spindles and make everything work and whatnot, and get some paint on the spindles. But she's gonna be a good looking tractor, I think, because as you guys can see, you're gonna have to wait till the next video. So anyway, if you like the videos, please comment, rate, subscribe. If you're interested in sending me a tractor, comment, piece of equipment for the greatest farm toy collection on YouTube, the P.O. box address is in the description box down below. And I greatly appreciate everything you guys send in. I love when you guys send me fan mail.